So Carly can do it, but Nina can't. Charles podcast. Today we're going to do a quick run through on today's episode, Tuesday, December 13th. And first of all, I just have to say I am excited. I am through the roof. Maxie's back. I don't even care if she does anything, to be honest. I love me some Maxie. I'll take her every day. She don't even have to do anything. She can just sit there. She can sit there, look pretty. I don't care. As long as she's on my screen, I'm a happy guy. So I just have to start off by saying, yay, Maxie's back. Now, let me kind of get into the bulk of this little recap here. I'm finding it very ironic that Carly and Nina are pretty much one and the same. Now, I'm going to preface this by, again, as I said in yesterday's episode, I'm not sure if this has been revealed or not on the show. I'm guessing it has, but if it has not, and I've only seen this as a spoiler, then I'm going to say that what I say from here on is could be a spoiler. And if you don't know this, then you might want to just tune out, maybe check out tomorrow's show, not a problem. But you know that meme that you see online where it's the two Spider-Men and they're pointing at each other and it's like, no, it's you, and they're the same person? That's Carly and Nina. But the weird thing is they're really painting Carly as it's okay when she does it, it's not okay when Nina did it. And what I mean is, so for months, Nina hid the fact that Sonny was alive. She kept him from his family. She kept him from the life that he had forgotten. And don't get me wrong, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible to do. However, Carly is guilty of doing the same thing right now. She knows that Nina is Willow's birth mother. And for some reason, she's keeping that from both Nina and Willow. So why is it okay when Carly does it, but it's not okay when Nina does it? And by the way, this is more of a rhetorical question. I'm not posing this question to you, the audience, because both of what they're doing is completely unforgivable. I'm asking in a sense of like, in Carly's mind, how does she justify doing exactly what Nina did? Now, granted, she may hate Nina. She may want to get back at her. But A, it seems like she's already moved on with her life. She's with Drew. She's kind of got a whole new life going over here. And second, you would think that Carly, for 1 minute, would think, you know what? This sucked when somebody did it to me. I hated when somebody kept me from somebody I loved and kept me from my family. I love Willow. I'm not going to put her through what I went through. I'm going to let her know who her birth mother is. But for whatever reason, Carly can't do that. And she can also justify in her mind that it's perfectly okay. Again, like I said yesterday, I believe this is going to blow up in Carly's face. She can't help herself. She can't get out of her own way. She has to do this. She has to create the biggest train wreck possible at any given time. And she always thinks she's right, and she always thinks that what she's doing is going to work without any problems. And she's about 0 for the last 150 when it comes to that. So why she thinks that she's going to keep doing this stuff and one day she'll get away with it, I don't know. But again, I think that this is going to blow up in Carly's face. And I think it's completely despicable what she's doing. I love Willow. I think she's an amazing character. I think she's gorgeous, first of all. Again, GH from a guy's perspective. But I think that what's happening to Willow is so wrong. And the fact that Carly doesn't know that she's sick. She doesn't know how far along in all of this she is. And that's horrible. And when she finds out, she's going to really hate herself more than anything else. And she deserves it. She deserves whatever happens to her as a result of this. Anybody who turns their back on Carly after this, Carly 100% deserves it. So, but again, it's the two Spider-Men pointing at each other. They're the same person. Hopefully Carly will... Nah, who am I kidding? She's not going to have her own come to Jesus meeting with herself over what she's doing. It's just going to blow up in her face. And I really feel bad for Willow. I mean, she finally opened up to somebody outside of Michael, and she told Drew. Well, actually, she didn't tell Drew. Drew figured it out. Drew figured out she was sick because of what he saw Oscar go through when he was sick. And I had totally forgotten about it, to be honest, because with the change of actors, I sometimes will forget a lot of what that character has been through. It almost feels like a brand new character all over again. And I'm not a real big fan of new Drew. I really like Billy Miller as Drew. I'm not sure why they didn't look to bring him back, but I'm not saying that the guy playing Drew isn't a great actor. I mean, he absolutely is. It's just bringing in, I don't know. You kind of get used to one actor, maybe in time. It's the same reason I'm really not 100% on board with the actor who plays Nicholas. I'm still not there yet. Eventually I probably will. I'll just accept it as the norm. But when you spend so many years watching Tyler Christopher as Nicholas, it's hard to imagine anybody else. Kind of like it was the same way when Billy Miller took over the role of Jason. It just wasn't the same for me. So it's that way with Drew. But anyway, I digress. So Drew knows Willow's secret. He has promised to keep it a secret. I feel like at some point he's going to slip and tell Carly, or he'll just confide in Carly. And at that point, Carly's going to realize, hey, everything I've been doing, I am the worst person on planet Earth right now because I know what I've been keeping from her. I know that I could be helping her. And at what point, how far along is Willow going to be in this illness before Carly realizes the truth? And is it going to be too late? I hope not. I hope this is not a way of getting rid of Willow. I love the character. Like I said, I find her just drop dead gorgeous. Love seeing Willow on my television screen every day. But so the secret's out a little bit. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks and hopefully maybe month or two. Whether Drew keeps the secret or not, I don't think he will, but that's where we're at right now. And touching on the Nicholas thing, kind of going back to that a little bit, not necessarily the actor, but the character. I feel like Nicholas has really backed himself into a corner here. There is no good way out for Nicholas here. Because he can't keep going the course the way he is. Somebody's going to find Esme in Windermere, whether it be Victor, whether it be Spencer, whether it be Finn, whether it be somebody's going to stumble across Esme. And at that point, Nicholas is sunk. There is no good possibility that Nicholas is just going to have his child, get rid of Esme. And first of all, where are you going to explain where this baby came from? I mean, are you going to try to say it's Elizabeth's? Well, I mean, unless she starts looking like she's carrying a baby in the next few months, that's out the window. But yet, all of a sudden, this miraculous baby is just going to show up. How is he going to explain that? Oh, well, Esme is the mother. I held her captive for the last 9 months. But it's fine. I let her go. It's all good now. On the flip side, if he says, hey, look, I can't keep this up. Esme, I'm letting you go. Whatever happens, happens. Then he's guaranteed to lose his child that way. But again, I don't see a scenario where he doesn't lose his child. because he's either going to let her go and she will run as far away from them as she can, and Nicholas will never see his child, or somebody's going to find out. Nicholas will go to prison for kidnapping and unlawful restraint and whatever else you want to throw into the mix, and he won't see his child that way. So Nicholas just needs to cut bait on this. I understand what his kind of thinking is in this situation, but it's just not going to work. It's going to end bad for him. It's going to end bad for Elizabeth. And I just don't see a way out. Nicholas is backed into a corner. And hopefully he'll make the right decision. But, General Hospital, so most likely he won't. Well, that's all I got today. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you in tomorrow's episode. We're going to recap Wednesday. We're almost halfway through the week. Thank you for tuning in to the Port Charles Podcast.